What's up, everybody? Spare with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Medieval Engineers. So, they did a patch, which brings with it, we have good news, we have great news, we have awesome news, and then unrelated to the patch, we just have a little bit of news. But that's my own thing, and I will get to that in a minute. First off, the good news. The good news is we have new blocks. They've added... Let's see. Let's take a gander over here. They've added these, which are ramp blocks. If I could rotate them. There we go. So they've added these, which are like a ramp block. Yay. They've also added... Actually, there's more than one variant of this. Whoa! So there's vertical. Ooh, there's vertical ones. Hello! That's fun. Then they've also added railings for these blocks, such as this. And the other side, I'm assuming. Like so. Which is awesome. Let's see, what are these? Stone battlement slopes. I don't remember what these are really for. I think this is for stairs. Yeah, like this is the one block version, so like, do I have... Here we go. So if you were to use ramps or stairs or whatever, you could now put these? Yes. So they added one block stairs, railings, and a 2-block ramp with a railing, which is pretty cool. Among a couple other things like these, they're like single slopes. So you can make like a good circle, which is pretty cool. A lot of this is going to be very useful down the road. Let's see, is there anything else that I'm missing? Oh, they did add a couple of new variants to the rope ending and catch blocks. Actually, I don't need to clear that out at all. We can just use these that we already have. So, for the catch blocks, you got the normal ones. Then there's the follow-through. The sealed... maybe they didn't add new catch blocks. No, they didn't. What they did was they changed how rope works, now that I remember it. So, the rope latch has the standard one, and then it also has this one. If I could get it... There it goes. Which is... This one is interesting. It's basically... You can see the name here. Rope ending in this... Oh, it doesn't change. If my memory serves, this one is... Oh, there it is. What's the button? H. Is that it? No. I don't remember how to do it, but they showed it off in the update video where this is basically like if it reaches a certain angle, the rope breaks type of thing, which is interesting. They showed it off as a catapult system where like one launches and then as it reaches a certain angle, then it detaches and throws whatever the object is, which was pretty interesting overall. Then what else do we got? Let's get rid of these. There is a new feature now in the options where you can remove debris, which is useful if your world gets cluttered up with debris. Let's see, what else? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, that's what it is. And they implemented a bare bones version of survival, which that's why I'm not already doing a survival thing yet, is it's not quite there yet in terms of like having hammers and pickaxes and mining ore and smelting it and, you know, all that kind of... It's not really survival yet. It's like the first iteration where they're testing out some stuff. But one of the things they added was basic rope and terrible rope. Terrible. That's terrible. And essentially in survival world, these would work where you need this element as a tool in order to attach a rope to a rope ending. And the terrible one, it's just terrible. It's so terrible. It's basically if you run through it, it will disconnect. Or if there's any kind of collision, then it will break, which is cool. What is this, by the way? You might notice. Lighting? But we're inside. How is this possible? It must just be a glitch. Oh no! There's more! What? How is there more? No, this cannot be. No, no. What is all this? It's a well-lit room! Oh my goodness! So this brings us to the great news, is indoor lighting is a thing now, which is awesome! I'm so excited. I've been running around here for like a half hour before I started recording, just putting torches down. Now, the bad news to this is my frames are getting horrendous for a Let's Build. So, A, we're going to have to wrap this build up pretty quick because I'm running out of stuff I can do without breaking my game. And B, is we probably won't be able to do anything bigger than this at the moment until I just come into some large amount of income and make, you know, a much better computer. So, get to watching my videos! No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, do it. No. The awesome news is, check this out. Yep. That's the awesome news. No, hold on, I'm doing it the wrong way. Wheel it up. Kerblunk. Right on the stopper bar. Oh, what's this? Wheel it back down. Oh, what's up? They fixed the rope mechanics. Not nearly as glitchy as they were before. Okay, I gotta get out of the way. Not nearly as glitchy. Blunk. Right on the stopper bar. Can I... Okay, it still needs to be this one, though. Okay, maybe I spoke a little too soon. There we go. That's really what this stopper bar is for. So you can... Now, wait a minute. Crap, I might have broke it. Oh, wait, no, maybe? You know you want to. Okay, I broke something. There we go! One way or another, it made it. I'm always afraid I'm going to put a hole in this. So yes! The drawbridge works! It is functional now! Yay! Hooray! So, that's kind of my news for the day. Now, the regular news that... Oh, and there's one other thing that I wanted to show. I'm not quite positive how this works. These were torches that were already in place before the update, but they look noticeably dimmer to me. So we're going to test this theory by breaking one and putting a new one right where it was. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just my imagination. It just, they looked a little bit dimmer, and then when I broke and replaced them, then see, like this, it's like, wow, and then you go over here and you're like, eh. So, I don't really know if that's just a thing, like in the lighting engine, just the way it works, that this area just happens to be more lit. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna put these, like, right here, maybe. But yeah, the lighting is gorgeous, it's awesome, but it's very frame intensive. So the more lights I put everywhere, which is what I want everything well lit, the framier my game gets, which is not good for you guys. So keep that in mind when you're suggesting stuff, like you should do this and you should do that, that my game is getting pretty framey at this level, so try not to, you know, build a Death Star type thing. Try not to point those out as much, but it looks awesome. I mean, this looks great. I love it now. This is just amazing. So, it's beautiful. Oh, and this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, but you can kind of see the glow a little bit. I'm gonna show off where I've done already. It adds so much to it. Like, the build just looks so much better to me with the proper lighting in place and being able to see everything. It just looks epic. As you can see, though, it's very choppy. Very choppy. I did mess around with this a little bit more, considering that I'm learning more about the rope mechanics, but then when I turn it, this happens. So I'm thinking I still broke something, which is weird because it looks like it would work, but oh well. You know what? Just for lighting, let's just put another one down. So yeah, that all looks good. And this one's just bad. It's so laggy. It's so laggy. I did also learn a cool little trick, by the way. I did not know. I had heard somebody in the comments had mentioned dynamic mode. I thought that meant turning on structural integrity while you were in the middle of a game. It does not mean this. What it means is you can see how this is snapping to a grid, but let's get specific here. So let's say I want it on the center of this circle. See how I can't do it? It wants to go all the way around type of thing. If you hit J by default, it's no longer snapped to the grid. So now you can actually put it, now granted you don't have the collision keeping it from falling through the ground, but now you can actually put it exactly where you want it, and it stays there. Now, one interesting note to this is if we leave dynamic mode off and we just play something, when I run into it, it stops me. Like it's part of the grid and the grid won't go anywhere. If you play something in dynamic mode, you can knock it over. So that's good. That's important to note when or if you decide to do dynamic mode, is that can happen. So be mindful of that. And I'm also going to be placing some of this stuff mostly so that I can just see. This is not going to stay here. It's just to light up this darkened area so that I can really see what I'm doing. And I apologize if that kind of ruins the frame too. See, like that. It was so dark that I couldn't tell that I was off on this, which is bad. As this would not be a good thing. Okay, I think I got everything else, which is pretty good for being in the dark, I gotta say. Now, first of all, a couple of people mentioned raising this, and I even liked the measurement that they used of a half a block, which I kind of agree with, because I got thinking about it. I did this like a normal archway, like do, but what if you were riding a horse? I mean, let's just think this through. You're riding a horse, right? Bonk. Yeah, that's not going to work well. So, I agree. Didn't think that through. Thank you for the suggestion. Is this round? Or is this square? Square. So let's do... Let's see. This is... Okay, so the max is a full block. So what would be a half? Oh, I have an easy way to figure this out, actually. I could actually just eyeball this and eventually figure it out, but this is better to me. So it's 10 blocks total. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 should be half. Yep. Awesome. Now how do I delete all these? There we go. Nope. There we go. Alright. Sweet. So in raising this a half block, I don't know what this will actually end up doing to the design part, but it may not be a big deal. Actually, yeah, we'll raise the whole thing. I was gonna just do like this part where you'd run in, but the more I thought about it, the more you might want to mount up in the stable and then ride out, so we'll go ahead and do it this way. No biggie. Actually, I have an interesting idea for this. Now, while we're doing this, I have my regular news, which is not related to the patch that I wanted to bring up. I've brought this up in a few videos, so if you've already heard this, I'm sorry if you're getting tired of hearing it, but it's basically just so that everybody has a chance to hear it. Is that I'm debating on doing some consolidating on my channel and maybe cutting down how many games I'm playing and stuff like that, and maybe trimming down the amount of videos I'm putting out each day, because at the moment I'm putting out 3 a day, which is a lot for me. I know some that do more than that, but for me it's a lot. And mostly just that I've had a lot of games going on my channel right now, and some people have been, I wouldn't say complaining, just bringing up that it's like they would rather see more episodes of the same series than like 1 episode a week on a bunch of different ones. So I am basically throwing that out there to all of you guys that are watching, is to, in the comments, leave me a list of all your favorite series, preferably prioritized in order of like what's your favorite to your least favorite. And then if you really are feeling helpful, throw in what, ah, crap. I should have done these as 4 blocks and then put a cross beam on top. It's whatever. I can just do one in between. It's no biggie. So I'd like say Medieval Engineers is your favorite series. Maybe. No judgment. It's up to you. It's your favorite series. You know, put that at the top, and then put your second favorite under that, and so on and so forth until... And you don't have to list, like, all of my series, just what you watch. Out of the ones you watch, just prioritize what's your favorite ones. So that I can have a good idea of what people are watching, which ones they like the most, and so if I really do decide to consolidate, it will help me out tremendously to figure out exactly what everybody wants to see, what everybody doesn't care. And that was my other point, is if you're feeling very helpful and really want to help out, also include in your comment or message or whatever, it can be however you want to do it, but also include what series you wouldn't mind losing. Like, say you used to watch something but got bored of it, or, you know, it just doesn't interest you anymore, or something like that. You know, when it started it was fun, but over time you just, I don't care anymore. If you're feeling, you know, really, really helpful, then go ahead and leave that as well in your comments, is like, you know, these are my favorites and I really want you to keep them, but these are the ones that if you decided to not do anymore, I wouldn't lose sleep over it, kind of thing. And that will help me out tremendously, because I really am thinking of, I use the term consolidating, but probably making it more efficient is a better term. Like, just making sure that the amount of time I'm spending on making videos is definitely things people are wanting to watch, and they're not really just things that are like, you know, nobody watches them and we don't know why you're still doing videos on it, kind of thing. You know, things like that. Now, there are a couple that I kind of did out of a personal, like, I just wanted to make videos on them for, you know, friends of mine, like the Metal Gear and Kingdom Hearts and stuff. I did those. Metal Gear is a very, very close game to me. Like, I love that series. And so I kind of did that out of a, I wanted a centralized location where somebody could just watch a playlist of videos that were like, you know, I never understood the Metal Gear series, it makes no sense to me, what's the story? And then you could basically just show them this playlist, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, now I kind of get it. You know, because you can watch it all in order, and, you know, you don't have to even play it, you can just kind of watch everything. Ooh, that's interesting. I didn't even mean to do that, but wait, that's kind of a low overhang. What if I did... I wonder, can I use... Oh, you can't even dynamic... Oh! Well, see, that's what I mean. You can do dynamic building, but with a roof, it doesn't work very well. So... Oh, no. So, this is a interesting conundrum here. because this is really low of a roof. Like, if it stayed this way, I'd be okay with it, but when you place it, it's like all the way out here. I guess that's not bad. Let's just finish it off this way and see how it actually ends up looking. But so yeah, try and keep that in mind. Let me know what you guys think on that. Your feedback is very, very important in this situation. Not that it isn't in most situations. Okay, that's not gonna work. No. Bad roof. But yeah, I have been feeling a little, I'm afraid to use the term burned out because it gives people the wrong idea, but just, stretched thin is probably a better way to put it. That, like, I'm doing so many things that I don't have time to do more than, like, a couple of them at a time, and it's kind of taxing it in a way that you're kind of like, I wish I had more time to do other stuff, and I just don't seem to ever have that time. So that's kind of what brought all this on, and a couple of people had mentioned that it was like, you know, you've got a lot of different stuff going on, and would it be better to just do like a couple of things a lot? Why can I not get this to grab hold of anything? This is kind of getting annoying. Let's see if I can trick it. So yeah, I figured if I was going to do any kind of consolidating or anything like that, it would be very important to have everybody's feedback. So that I could really make sure that whatever I end up keeping is things that everybody wants to see. Okay, this is not cooperating very much. I was kind of hoping this would go further back, more like that one did, but it must be where I've got the voxels that are not wanting to cooperate. Let's see how that works. And just for reasons, let's just put that cap on there. It's not horrible, but it's really not how I wanted it to be. Now, the other question here is, because I'm using half width and stuff... Oh, one other amazing update is, look at this. Oh, not the search bar. Is, we can switch our hotbars while we're in the menu. I've been wanting that for a long time, and they finally put it in there. Yay! Oh yeah, I guess this will work, okay. I was thinking it wouldn't line up right, but I guess it did. Okay. So let's see how this looks now. It doesn't look bad, it's just there's such an overhang that I wish I could put that higher without it being... Wait a minute! What if... Okay, just bear with me a second here. What if we did... Where did my hay roof go? There it was. Could I then go off of this? Ooh. Okay, let's get rid of some of this. Including this stuff. And let's see how this side would do were we to break it down like this. I know I'm tearing up a lot of it for not being sure if this is going to work or not, but... Okay. Let's see... Wait, why can't I place it now? Whoops. It let me place it before. Why you no let me place? Okay. I think I have a way to fix this. Maybe. that. That's not a bad look so far. Will we go ahead and put the corner here? Technically that's in line, which might be okay. Let's just stick with it. Let's just see how it looks. It's not quite the overhang I was looking for, but I think it voxelly lines up. It looks like it's sticking out further, but I think that's an optical illusion. I could be wrong though. And we're gonna need more here. And then this is gonna be probably the whatchamacallit, the barracks wall, so we're not gonna do too much with that. It's gonna kind of butt into that. Okay, that's not bad. Now what happens if I were to delete that? Okay, it deletes the whole thing. Crap. Because they're like one block now. Okay, then my solution for this is to add I guess technically it is off a little bit, isn't it? Because that's sticking out a hair. Just a hair. It's just a hair off. But I don't think we're going to do much better than that, so let's just go ahead and go with it. I don't know if we need to do every pillar or not, but I want the outer ones to have the support beam look. At least. Well, we might go ahead and do the whole stable that way. Come on. Thank you. Nope, didn't make it. Come on. There we go. Those last ones aren't really doing anything, are they? They kind of do from the ground. I might adjust their height a little bit, but that looks better. Even that front side's a little weird, but that still looks better. I think that's as good as I'm going to get that roof. I could bring it in by one. Because for some reason, I think this right stall is one block wider than the rest of them. I don't know how that happened. But if you'll notice, all of these you can do with one short of the max. This one is actually 2 longer, which is really weird. I don't know how that happened. So I probably should scale that in by 1, and then we'll be good to go on the stable. That'll look fine. So I think we're going to wrap things up here. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and your feedback, and I will see you all next time. Peace!